We're digging into the flops, the disappointments, the ones that had us shaking our heads and asking, what were they thinking? So buckle up as we count down the top 5 video game adaptations that missed the mark. From questionable casting choices to plot butchery, we're breaking it all down. These are the flop 5 video game adaptations. And this is nerdsection.com. Number 5, Silent Hill Revelation is set in the eerie, fog-filled town of Silent Hill, where the protagonist searches for answers to mysterious and horrifying occurrences. The series promises psychological horror, but quickly devolves into a confusing and lackluster journey. You expect spine-tingling scares and a gripping story, but what you get is a poorly executed mess with weak character development and cheap jump scares. The pacing is dreadful, making it nearly impossible to stay engaged. In summary, Silent Hill Revelation is a huge letdown that fails to capture the essence of its source material. Number 4. If you're looking for a series that's set in a dreary, mundane office, here's one that you'll want to skip. Postal takes place in a small-town post office where the employees deal with not-so-ordinary tasks in a dark and humorless environment. You might think a series about the Postal Service could be quirky and endearing, but Postal is anything but. The humor falls flat and feels forced, making the characters come off as unlikable and hollow. The plot often meanders into absurdity without offering any real laughs or engaging moments. Save your time and look for something with actual wit and heart. Number 3. Imagine a world where terrifying monsters roam freely and elite hunters are humanity's last line of defense. Monster Hunter is set in a fantastical, sprawling landscape filled with dangerous creatures and epic battles. Unfortunately, Monster Hunter falls flat on delivering an engaging experience. The storyline feels disjointed and lacks depth, leaving you disconnected from the characters. Special effects can't save the series from its cliché-ridden script and uninspired dialogue. If you're looking for substance, this isn't the series for you. Dislike these movies and series as we do? Write in the comments and hit that subscribe button to join the Nerd Section community. Number 2. Doom Annihilation takes you to a Martian moon where a group of Marines responds to a distress call from a secretive research facility. The series dives into dark corridors and grotesque monsters, all set against the eerie backdrop of an isolated space station. You'll find this series frustratingly underwhelming. The plot feels like a cheap rehash of better sci-fi horror classics, with paper-thin characters and uninspired dialogue. The special effects and creature designs are lackluster, failing to deliver the intense atmosphere you crave. Number 1. Far Cry is set on a remote tropical island where the protagonist, Jack Carver, faces off against mercenaries and mutated creatures. The premise promises an intense survival adventure in an exotic location, but you quickly realize this series falls flat on its face. The plot is weak and riddled with cliches, making it hard to stay engaged. The acting is subpar, and the characters are forgettable, making you question why you even started watching. The action scenes, meant to be the series' saving grace, are poorly executed and lack any real excitement. This was a dive into the most disappointing video game adaptations ever. Now check out Nerd Section's Top 5 Video Game Adaptations video where we present you the best alternatives you should not miss. Have fun and see you in the comments.